Hello friends, let us start with the ISA 3.0 entire module revision. We will cover the entire module revision from module 1 to 6 each and every chapter in this lecture series. This lecture series is helpful for all the participants of the ISA course and will help them to revise each and every chapter and modules at their fingertips. It will help them to revise each and every topics in the chapters at a very fast speed. They can have a greater understanding and confidence about after doing this understanding of the revision lectures, which will be beneficial for their module test, assessment test, eligibility test, as well as they can have a control over the entire syllabus. So without spending much time, let's get started and let's rock. So we are starting with the module 1 chapter 1. So module 1 chapter 1 is concepts of IS audit. So here we are going to learn here. There are many definitions. So you might have heard about the audit. So what is audit? Audit is an inspection of an organization's accounts, typically by an independent body. Now, what is computer system? A computer system is an electronic device that processes the data by a set of instructions. Now, what is information? Information includes data. One second. Information, as per IT Act, information includes data, messages, emails, sound, voice, codes, computer programs, software, databases, microfilm. You might have all heard about it. So I'm going quick over the definitions. When there will be concepts, I will let you explain that area. So I am just giving an overview of the definitions. So information system. What is information system? Refers to the hardware software that people and organization use to collect, filter, process, create, and distribute data. Now, what is a secure system? In a how to secure system? The secure system means the computer hardware software that reasonably follows the security from the unauthorized access and misuse, provides assurance for the correct information processing suited to perform intended functions, and they generally adhere to the generally accepted security procedures. Now, what is risk? Risk is the potential that a given threat will exploit the vulnerabilities of an asset or a group of assets to cause loss or damage to the assets. What is internal control? It is a process implemented in an organization to achieve in having specific goals. Business process, collection of related structure activities or tasks that produce a specific product or services. So I am not spend much time on the definitions, as you all are aware of the definitions and are used in the general practice. So now let's move on to the main concept, that is concept of audit. You all have heard about the heard about the standards on auditing SA 200, and you have already read many several times during your C exams or in practice and have been used to it. So what is this? It describes the basic principles of audit, and these principles are applicable for IS audit and also have to be complied with. IS audit generally is carried out by the external auditors as a part of the statutory audit to review the internal controls in the automated information system. Now, the auditors shall have shall are required to maintain the following things, that is the integrity, objectivity, and independence. The auditor shall have been full of integrity, full of objectivity, and shall maintain the professional independence. They shall be competent with the knowledge, skills, and have the competency to perform the audit. They shall remain, since the auditors use the confidential data of the organization for their auditing purpose. So they shall maintain confidentiality and shall not disclose the immense and valuable data to any third party. The work performed by the others, they shall be the auditors use the work of the other auditors. They shall have adequate skills and access, and they have the other auditor which are performing the work shall have the adequate skills and knowledge and have professional due care and diligence to do the work. The auditor shall check their work before using and relying on the work being provided with work being done by the other auditors. Now they shall also maintain the relevant documentation which are a must for the auditor in order to fulfill the regulatory requirements. The information systems and the internal controls. The auditors should gain an understanding of the information system and the internal controls. They should evaluate the internal controls and determine the audit procedures which will be beneficial to obtain out the desired results. And the audit conclusions and reporting shall review and assess the conclusions from their uh, audit procedure and express an opinion thereon. Now, auditing in a computerized environment. Now, auditing in the computerized environment has moved from manually to digital. However, the overall scope of the objective do not change in a computerized environment. The auditor shall, in addition to the inspection of the books and accounts, shall have also evaluate and review the information system, related internal controls, nature, timing, and extent of the audit procedures, and hence the audit procedures and hence the audit approach and audit evidence has moved from the physical and digital. It may be necessary for auditors to use computers to audit his digital information. Now, next topic, IS audit and audit of computerized environment. The IS audit of a computerized information system. The includes may include one or both of the following, that is the assessment of the internal controls within the IS environment and assessment of the efficiency and effectiveness of the IS environment. Now moving on to the next topic, risk, IT risk. So there are numerous changes in the IT and we are operating in the IT environment, so there are involves a lot of risk in the IT system. This has increased the level of dependency of the organization of the electronic information which are processed by the IT system. So the risk, what is risk? Risk is an event which has a potential to impact the organization goals and strategy implementation in a negative manner. IT risk has a significant impact on the overall business risk as a failure. It could impact the business. So the IT risks shall be taken in due care by the organization to reduce the IT risk. So then it can be classified into IT risks can be classified into strategic risk, environmental risk, market risk, credit risk, operation risk, compliance risk. Now, IT risk and risk managing of the IT risk of the enterprise starts with defining the risk universe. A risk universe describes the risk in the overall environment. Now, what is risk universe? The risk universe is a risk that describes the overall environment and provides a structure. Means it's the describes the risk in the overall environment and provides a structure for managing the risk. So it finds out the problem as well as gives the solution. The risk universe considers the overall business objectives, business processes, and their dependencies to the enterprises. It also considers the full value chain of the enterprise. Number one, considers the value overall business objectives. Number two, considers the full value of the enterprise. Number three, considers the full life cycle of IT related business activities. Number four, it includes a logical and workable segmentation of the overall risk environment, and this shall be reviewed and updated regularly based on the changing environments. What is risk management? We have learned about the IT risk. We have learned about risk universe, which identifies the IT risk and gives a solution. And now we are going to learn about the risk management. The how after identifying how we manage the risk. So it is the what is risk management? Risk is the process of identifying vulnerabilities and threats to the information assets used by an organization in achieving business objectives and designing what countermeasures, if any, to take in reducing risk to an acceptable level. So What is risk-based auditing? Risk-based audit is an approach which is adopted usually to improve the audit process on a continuous basis so that the focus on risk areas, high risk areas and maximum there is a focus on high risk areas and maximum valuation is being derived from the auditing. The risk-based auditing generally approaches the efficiency means the approach the efficiently assess the auditor in focusing on the risk areas which are more critical arising out of the information system environment. The IS auditor can identify and categorize the types of risks. Now, what is audit universe? It is similar to the risk universe. Audit universe consists of the all risk areas and subject to the audit, resulting in the list of possible audit engagement that could be performed. Like we have learned about the audit IT risk and IT universe. Here, see, so we have learned about the concept of IT risk, then IT risk, then we have learned about the risk management, where we have learned about how to manage the risk. Sorry. Now we are going to learn about the audit universe. Audit universe consists of all risk areas that could be subject to audit. Means it identifies the all risk areas which will be subject to audit and also provides the possible audit engagements that could be performed, including the projects and initiatives that could be performed for finding out the risk. And so benefits of having an audit universe: it enables the auditor capability to be clear about the extent of the coverage of key risk and other risk areas. It can also provide a degree of rigor around the areas not being audited and give a degree of cyclical assurance. So your audit universe can be a useful aid to communicate the amount of coverage of the organization by the internal audit, which can be invaluable during the resourcing discussions. Which can this there are generally this can be divided into three tiers: tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. Tier 1 includes high risk, high or full coverage is to be done in case of high risk. In if there is a medium risk, then medium coverage of the audit can be done, or the controls can be verified based on that. And if there is a low risk, then low coverage. If in case of negligible requirements, then no coverage can also be done. Now, what is audit risk? Audit risk, there are three kinds of audit risk. That is CID: the control risk, inherent risk, and detection risk. CID: control risk, inherent risk, detection risk. Now, what is audit risk? Audit risk means the risk that the auditor may issue of unqualified report due to auditor's failure to detect material misstatement. Now, inherent risk means the overall risk of the management, which is on account of entity's business operations as a whole. This can relate it to project related risk, revenue risk, resources related risk. Means these are inherent in the organizations, whereas the control risk refers to the error which could occur in an audit area and could be material individually or in combination with others. In simple terms, control risk means the measure of the assessment of the likelihood that the risk exceeds a tolerable level and would not be prevented or detected by the client's internal control system. For example, the enterprise has a good system of segregation of duties, but two employees can um, form a group and still commit fraud, can collaborate and commit fraud. Means there is a control checker and maker, but both checker and maker are collaborating with each other and committing fraud. Detection risk is the risk where the IS auditor has not been able to meet the inherent risk or controllable risk. Means the auditor cannot find out the controllable risk or inherent risk which could be existent in an organization. It means the higher degree of non-detection of IS auditor means the detection risk. If there is a high level of non-detection risk, there is a higher risk of detection risk. Now moving on to materiality. Materiality, we all know about materiality. Materiality is the case of an audit finding based on the value and the volume of transactions and relevant error or discrepancy or control weakness detected. The auditor shall have a good understanding of the audit risk when planning an audit. The IS auditor may detect a small error which could be considered significant at operational level but may be viewed as significant to the upper management. This simply tells that the materiality shall be considered by the IS auditor. Means they are simply trying to say that if the IS auditor finds a mistake, that mistake can be very negligible to the organization, which when compared in terms of value. So when compared in terms of value or a process, depending on the organization, so the main factors can be the criticality of the business process, the cost of the system and operation, then potential cost of errors, the number of access transactions, the nature, timing, and extent of reports, the nature and quantities of material handled, the service level agreements, the penalties to failure to comply. Depending on the such factors, we can decide the materiality, and depending on that materiality, the risk of the IS systems and the controls can be taken care of. Now moving on to components of the internal control. So the components of internal control. So what is internal control? Internal control activities are the control activities which consists of policies, procedures, and organizational structures which are implemented to reduce risk in the organization to an acceptable level. Now, types of internal control. Internal controls are generally formed considering the two aspects, that is the general control and IS control. They both come together to form internal control. Now, IS control, that is information system control, is further divided into two categories: application control and IT general controls. Now, what are the types of AS controls? Preventive control, detective control, corrective control. We can use the short form PDC. PDC. Controls that prevent problems before they arise. Preventive are before the problem arises, they can prevent that. Detective controls are that detect and report the occurrence of an error, omission, or malicious act, example audit trails, whereas corrective controls are the controls to minimize the impact of the threat. Means if any threat has happened or which cannot be detected or prevented, then in case of that, how can it be corrected with the least possible loss to the organization. So for example, backup can be a corrective control. So the organization of the IS, now in next topic, organization of IS audit function. It ensures the objectivity and independence. The role of IS audit function is defined by the audit charter. Now while performing the audit, the the auditor must have been following the audit charter prepared by him. So the IS audit charter defines the IS audit functions. Now, in relation to infrastructure and organization, the IS audit function should be equipped with sufficient resources to discharge its duties efficiently and effectively. The auditor shall have the skill and competence requirements and have the professional competence and skills of such agencies. That is, the auditor shall be ensured. The two most important aspects in relation to infrastructure and organization in consideration with the ITF third edition, that is the organizational independence and professional independence. The IS auditor and assurance function shall be independent of the area or activity being reviewed. Professional independence. The IS audit and audit professional shall be independent and objective in both attitude and appearance in all matters related to audit and assurance engagements. Now, what is internal and external audit control? The internal and external audit control framework ensures the minimum quality of audits. What is quality control? Quality assessment and peer reviews. We also call it quality control review. Quality assessment ensures that IS audit functions in delivering is in line with the best auditing practices and follow the professional standards. The main objective of this quality assessment is to provide the internal and external audit remains within the same scope, and the approach may vary, but the approach may vary. Now, what are the standards on audit performance? According to ITAF third edition, that includes the reasonable expectation. That is, the engagement can be completed in accordance with the IS audit and assurance standards. The IS auditor shall have the subject matter and address any restrictions. The assurance professionals shall have the reasonable expectations that the management understand its obligations and responsibilities with respect to the provisions and of the appropriate and relevant and timely information required to perform the engagement. They shall be having due professional care. They shall be having due professional proficiency, that is, shall require to possess the adequate skills and proficiency, adequate knowledge of the subject matter, professional education and training. The assertions used in the audit shall be in line with the standard, in line with the industry practices, that is, this are sufficient, valid and relevant. Also, the criteria of the audit shall have the objective, competent, relevant, measurable. The same shall be measurable, understandable and is widely recognized. Means the criteria of the IS audit shall be based on the standard which is all readers and users um, of the same shall be able to understand. The IS audit and assurance professionals have considered the source of the criteria and focus on the those which issued by the relevant authorities. So now we have completed chapter 1 and hope you are we have taken only 20 minutes to complete the chapter, and the entire chapter has been revised by you. You are requested to kindly revisit the video again and again to have a in-depth understanding of the concept, and will be well versed to the each and every chapter. If you want, you can increase the speed of the video for making the chapter complete much more faster. I hope you like the video. You request you to please like and subscribe my channel in order to get the regular updates of the latest upcoming videos of the modules and chapters. I will be going to upload each and every chapter videos and revision, each and every chapter revision lectures at the earliest. Request you to please subscribe, like and share the video. Thank you.